Moments ago, California Congressman Eric Swalwell announced he will resign from Congress in the wake of serious allegations of sexual assault and misconduct. Allegations first published in the San Francisco Chronicle and by CNN that have now ended Swalwell's candidacy for California's open governor's seat. The San Francisco Chronicle spoke with a former member of Swalwell's congressional staff who detailed multiple encounters that she had with Swalwell that included unwanted sex. Her allegations include 2 detailed graphic accounts of encounters which resulted in the woman waking up without clothes on in Swalwell's hotel room. The San Francisco Chronicle corroborated her account of events with text and Snapchat messages the staffer exchanged with friends and Swalwell in the immediate aftermath of those encounters, along with medical records, which MS Now has reviewed. Those records detail pregnancy and STD testing that was administered a week after an encounter with Swalwell. In a statement ending his gubernatorial campaign, Eric Swalwell said this, quote, "To my family, staff, friends, and supporters, I am deeply sorry for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious false allegations that have been made, but that's my fight, not a campaign's." This afternoon, the House Ethics Committee announced it will be opening an investigation into Congressman Swalwell. And again, moments ago, in a social media post, Eric Swalwell announced that he will be resigning from Congress. I want to bring in co-founder of Punchbowl News and political contributor Jake Sherman and our congressional reporter Michael Snell. Michael, tell me how this came about, this resignation. This has snowballed since CNN's story and San Francisco Chronicle's reporting broke Friday afternoon.
Yeah, Katie, it snowballed very quickly, right? It was just hours after that San Francisco Chronicle and CNN article had published Friday afternoon that Eric Swalwell posted a video on social media calling these allegations flat, false, and vowing to fight against them. And then, as you just mentioned, on Sunday night, late last night, he put out another statement saying he was suspending his campaign for governor. And now, less than 24 hours later, Eric Swalwell saying he is resigning from Congress. I'll note he still is saying, quote, "I will fight the serious false allegations made against me." He adds, though, however, "I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make." He also says that it's not right for his constituents to have to watch him fight these allegations, so he's going to do it outside of Congress. This was really the buildup as it was becoming more and more likely that Eric Swalwell was going to be expelled from Congress. We saw a growing number of Democrats and Republicans up here on Capitol Hill calling on him to resign and saying if he didn't resign, they would vote for his expulsion. Just minutes before Eric Swalwell said he was resigning from Congress, there was a statement from Senator Ruben Gallego. He was the chair of Eric Swalwell's 2020 presidential campaign, a very, very close friend of Eric Swalwell. He said that he should be expelled from Congress and added, "I trusted someone who I believed was a friend, but it is now clear that he is not the person I thought I knew." Eric Swalwell lost a lot of allies up here on Capitol Hill, a lot of folks who were saying they were going to vote to expel him. He seems to have just jumped to the chase, announcing his resignation on his own.
Jake Sherman, from the alleged victim, speaking to the San Francisco Chronicle, quote, "I have no skin in the game of who becomes governor of California, but I feel people have a right to know whether the person who leads a state that is a safe haven for so many women actually treats women with dignity and will protect their rights," she said. Quote, "No one protected me from him, and so I have to protect the other young women like me who aspire to work in this field and he could prey upon." San Francisco Chronicle and CNN blowing the story open late Friday. And as we said, it snowballed from there.
It's amazing that within from Friday, and today is Monday, Nicole, Friday to Monday, and there was already, as Michael said, a groundswell of support to expel Swalwell from Congress. Remember, that's a big margin that you need to expel him from Congress. 2/3 majority, roughly 290 votes it would take to expel Swalwell from Congress. And just internally, what Swalwell is doing has 2 kind of immediate implications, both for himself and for the rest of the institution. Number one, he is sparing members of Congress from having to vote to expel him because that's a privileged resolution, meaning it can't be stopped. Once someone introduces it, it's going to get a vote one way or another, either an up and down vote or a vote on to table it or refer it to committee or otherwise set it aside. That's number one. Number two, this House ethics investigation, which was announced today, just hours ago, is over. If he's no longer a member of Congress, once he is no longer a member of Congress and formally submits that resignation, the House Ethics Committee no longer has jurisdiction over Swalwell. So that ends that. Now, there's been reports that the Manhattan District Attorney is looking into his behavior and some of the allegations. There's reports that DHS and is looking into whether he had hired an undocumented immigrant as a household employee. Those could still go on. Those are investigations outside of Congress. But once he resigns, this institution has no more say and no more purview over him. And most alarmingly, does not have the ability to look into allegations, number one, that he had relationships with people in his employ, people who were employed by him, and number two, the assault allegations, which are serious and which the Ethics Committee would have presumably been able to look into. So those are the two immediate kind of institutional impacts of his resignation.
But as you said, I mean, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office is investigating the alleged sexual assault. CNN had, again, some extraordinary early reporting on the alleged abuse, and it's truly heinous, Jake Sherman.
It is. It's absolutely heinous. And these are, I mean, ended his career within 3 or 4 days, and that's how heinous it was. And I think from a political point of view up here, which probably precipitated his resignation, because remember, he is still denying all of these allegations. So in his mind, he's saying that, they have no merit. But I think that the nature of these allegations were just too much for this institution and thus him to handle.
What is the apology for bad judgment for, then?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm not entirely sure what he's apologizing for. It's not entirely clear to me. He's clearly apologizing for something. I don't know what that is.